But a show that I'm very optimistic about is Barry, HBO's new half-hour comedy coming right on after Silicon Valley, starring Bill Hader, co-created by Bill Hader and Alec Berg, who also is the producer of Silicon
Silicon
Valley.
Valley.
This first episode was outstanding in my book, and even
Oh
more than I was hoping for. And it was surprising too, because you see Bill Hader and you think it's going to be this laugh out loud comedy, but it's actually, I think, more of a melancholic comedy slash drama about this depressed dude who's trying
It's
to
dark.
find meaning. And I think it has potential to be really impactful, at least in terms of,
Sure.
like, if you follow the show, you're going to get great payoffs. But
Mm.
um did you like this first episode? I see you nodding
Oh
your head a
yeah.
lot.
Oh yeah, yeah. And like you said, I think this will be really impactful because HBO doesn't have Veep this year. They're not going to release the final season until 2019 because of giving Julie Dreyfus more time to recover from the cancer treatment she had.
Mhm.
So they actually kind of need this to be that second comedy next to Silicon. But yeah, I mean Barry's a dark crime comedy. There's the crime stuff that isn't funny at all, and then there's the everything that we know about Barry's character through the first episode with the PTSD and just he's a guy looking for like purpose and longing for
Yeah.
I guess companionship too. And it juggles stuff that's hilarious with stuff that's just really like really deadpan, and I think it really has the potential to be something really special. And if you listen to Bill Hader do press, which he's done a lot of this for the show, I mean, he seems like he was really excited to finally make this. And there's some good him. I mean, you got Henry Winkler as
Mhm.
the acting coach guy that he meets, and that first really your first introduction, it treats Sally's her name, right? Sa-
Yeah.
yeah, she treats her like J.K. Simmons was treating Miles Teller in Whiplash, just totally
Yeah.
berating him to get the artistic performance out. Immediately brought
Yeah.
that to mind for me. And I mean, you got Glenn Fleischer there as a Goron. He was in Waco. He was in True Detective. He's everywhere right now.
Stephen
Stephen
Root.
Root is like his hitman handler. Obviously, a fucking A class that guy for sure.
Mhm.
Um, and I also thought the direction on the first episode, which was directed by Hader, I know he doesn't direct all of them, but he did direct this one, was pretty impressive. I mean, there was some like, and there was that scene where he's in the car in the beginning, and like there was like a screen wipe.
Yeah.
So I was impressed with all the different shots that he had in it, a lot of wide shots as well. So seeing where this goes as Barry becomes an aspiring actor who also happens to be a fucking hitman. Like the concept is great, but the first episode also really hits home how deep the show has potential to be.
Yeah. It was interesting because at the end, so I guess minor spoiler alert, like the way it ends is he ends up killing this group of people who were paying him to do a hit, and he ends up walking away. And I think the way Hader, kind of from that monologue he gives to Henry Winkler about like his purpose in life and how the only thing he's good at is killing and trying to figure out, and then Henry Winkler just being like, where's that from?
What's that from?
That was improv. That was on the spot. Like,
I mean, the story's nonsense, but we can work with that.
yeah. It touched all the right notes because it went from being this like heartfelt moment to touching to like thrilling till him walking away and sitting down in a diner by
Mhm.
himself, like saying, "Oh, I'm an actor now." Like realizing this is a part of his life he needs
Mhm.
to explore. Just like the emotional roller coaster of the show and the way it hits all these points for the first episode for a pilot is very impressive. So I have very high hopes for Barry, and I have a feeling we'll be discussing at the end of the year. Is probably one of our favorite shows by far.